Hey guys. Real quick, we just want to say thank you so much to Progressive for sponsoring this video and our latest article on our blog.
This month's article is all about how to keep dogs cool on the boat this summer. We have been cruising with Jetty for the past 5 years, and keeping her cool and comfortable is one of the most important things to us because it keeps all of us happy and her safe and makes everything go a little bit smoother here on the water.
Progressive Boat Club is all about sharing tips, tricks, and experiences on the water, so if you guys are curious about that, just search hashtag PGR Boat Life and see what some other people have to say. Enjoy! Thanks guys!
It is yet another day in this beautiful country.
It's just not just any other day. It's Sierra's birthday! So everybody, every single one of you, better wish Sierra a happy birthday in the comments below.
Jeez, you're so demanding. I don't know if Billy got a birthday cake or a wedding cake. What is that thing? Fancy. Whoa, baby. Oh my Lanta.
Feliz cumpleaños, Sierra.
Whoa, it's like layered.
Should we trust this back here with you?
I don't think so.
It's 6 a.m. and we're just leaving. There's Puerto Plata, the big city right there. There's the rest of it up there. We're just pulling into this place called Sosua. We're gonna anchor here for the day while the trade winds are blowing strong. I mean, right now we're blocked by this headland here, this cape, but in an hour or two they're gonna pick up out there. So we're gonna just hug in tight till this evening, and then we'll cruise all night while it's calm.
Spot or not, but there are people scuba diving literally right under our boat. I just heard something and I thought it was a turtle. Nope, scuba diver bubbles. They're all around us. We are anchored in a town called Sosa, and the rules with the DR, you're only allowed off the boat if you're in a harbor with customs, so you can check in and you have to show something called a despacho, and you need a despacho to leave and you need a despacho to get there, and they only give you a despacho for places with customs. So we're not allowed off the boat here, but it's like a zillion degrees. Billy's taking a nap because we're turning into night owls and we have to sail at night for the next 3 days. And we both did workouts, but I want to go in the water, and I think there's like cool reefs around here, so I'm going in. Well, it's definitely pretty and lively, but there are way too many boats around here for me to dive alone while Billy's sleeping, so my dive is over. Too many tourists.
So we spent all day here in Sosua. Really pretty spot, but it was really busy today, like little skiffs running around with banana boats and people scuba diving like literally right under our boat. It was a zoo out here. Not too many wakes or anything. I guess mostly from small boats, no big boats going fast, but just busy. But it's really pretty spot. There's like cliffs over here with some nice, like, I don't know, condos or hotel, I don't know. And then this beach is beautiful. It looks like there's maybe some houses, bars, restaurants. Not really too sure what's over there. And some more cliffs over there. Oh, by the way, did you guys see this? We got this made at Ocean World. It was like $100 cheaper than it would have been in Florida. And they did it in literally like 2 days. Like from measuring for the quote to finished in 2 days. It came out so good. And then we'll be able to roll it up when we want to sail and have the main sheet across there. Anyway, we've been resting all day long. The sun's just going down and the trade wind conditions are calming down a little bit, so we'll probably get ready and leave here shortly, and we're gonna do a run down the coast tonight because it's calmer at night here off the north coast of the DR when trade winds are not too harsh. Like, so it's been forecasted 10 to 15 knots for the next few days, and that means at nighttime we'll have a little bit of lee from the land and the katabatic wind effects from the mountains. I'll explain all this stuff later, but we're using this guy Bruce Van Sant's book. It's like the book, the Bible to go by when you're cruising the thorny path. So we've been using like a lot of this information is stuff that we've learned in like school in the past, but he just brings it all together to use for cruising and sailing. Getting ready to leave.
For the past 12 hours. We're almost to our next anchorage where we're anchored just for the day, and then when it gets to like 11 p.m. again, we'll head out and get around the next cape. It's taking a snooze. I have about 0 minutes left of this watch, but he can take a little extra rest. It's so hilly. I don't think I'll ever get over this, being from Florida and used to flat stuff, but check out how tall these things are. 3 miles to go, and then turn down and head
Just finishing up our overnight run. We went just about 80 miles, probably averaged around 5.5 to 6 knots motoring the whole way. But it went pretty smooth. We had another sailboat or trawler, I think it was a sailboat that was next to us for a while. And we had a few fishing boats, that little tiny fishing pongas. Now we're anchoring at this little spot called El Valle. And then tonight we'll go around this point all the way to Samana over here somewhere.
The Dominican Republic coastline is absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Like movie scenes kind of stuff. But I think we already mentioned the unfortunate thing about this whole despacho requirement is that we can only get off the boat in ports of entry that you've already declared. Most beautiful beaches we've ever seen, lines with hundreds of coconut palms, and we can't stop. We're gonna be anchored right by it, but we can't get off, unfortunately.
That's a little upsetting, isn't it?
Passing these local fishermen. I don't even think they have engines on their boat. I think they're just paddling them out here in like 60, 80 feet of water. Looks like they're hand lining. Pretty cool. Isn't it cool? This place is unreal. We're anchored with like tall cliffs all around us. This beautiful beach loaded with palm trees right there. There's a huge like cave entrance over here. Bunch of local fishing boats on the beach over here. This, I can't tell if it's like a really low-key like eco resort type of thing. It looks like there's a camping tent on the beach. So cool. And then more cliffs all the way around. I wish we could go to shore here. I wish. And the smell too. The smell is just like tropical. It's like rainforest, tropical rainforest.
Bon appetit.
Yum. We rested up all day long here in this beautiful, beautiful anchorage on the boat.
I feel like every time we tell you we're at the most beautiful beach in the entire world, but we keep going to the most beautiful beach in the entire world.
Because
this, I think, has taken the cake, although we're not allowed on the beach, so...
We're just not allowed off the boat.
But it's still beautiful.
And we're only supposed to be stopped if we're like resting or like
waiting for weather.
Waiting for weather, taking safe refuge.
Which we are.
So our next leg is gonna be, we're gonna wake up at like 4 a.m. and
head to Samana.
Head to Samana, pretty much around the other side of this peninsula, a big, long peninsula. But if we get up at 4, start going, we'll get into Samana Bay and be downwind, at least be downwind sailing before the trade winds pick up. So that's the plan.
And I think you guys know we don't like marinas, or can't really afford marinas, but anyways, we're going to a marina because we have to get Wi-Fi. Not sure about where we would put the dinghy if we were anchored, and all the logistics of how we're allowed to move around, so.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mixed reviews about the anchorage over there in Samana. This whole area, this like northeast corner of Dominican Republic, is really popular for whale watching in like
December through February.
Through the end of March, I read. That whole season's like the whale migration season. Is it migration or like mating or something?
I think mating.
Off the shoals here off the Dominican Republic.
Humpback whales. Water is like, it's 20 feet deep and we can kind of see the bottom, but it's so different than Bahama water because it's like deep, rich, thick.
It's probably just
blue.
More nutrient dense here because you got all the runoff from all the mountains and high nutrient content from the mountains coming down.
It's different, but it's still like beautiful. Like it's not really Bahama blue, but it's beautiful blue.
Well, we'll probably see you guys tomorrow when it gets light because can't really film too much when it's dark, but we'll wake up around 4 a.m. and start heading out that way, and hopefully we'll be able to sail at least half of this leg. We'll probably have to motor upwind around the point, and then from there on we could probably sail on a beam reach to a broad reach coming into Samana Bay. So that'll be nice not having to use the engines.
But everyone should give our engines a good job because they've been doing magnificent.
For some old engines, they've been holding up well.
Knock on wood.
Local fishermen going out fishing for the evening. So we passed a bunch of those boats last night and this morning. I passed a few last night with no lights on, but then as soon as I got close, they shined like a white flashlight so I was able to see them, but a little sketchy if they're not paying attention because I can't see them at all. The ones we passed this morning close to this area, a lot of them look like they didn't have engines. They look like they were almost like dugout canoe type fishing boats, but this one looks like it's a a fishing skiff with an engine towing out another one without an engine. But because of that, the nightly effect from the land cooling and countering the trade winds, it's much calmer out there in the evening, so that's why they probably just fish all evening, all night into the morning. And then around 9, 10, 11 o'clock the wind really picks up. And that's why we've been seeking shelter all day long and cruising at night as well. If we were going with the wind, it'd be a different story, but we're going straight against the wind. Being next to land, like everything just accelerates and coming up to the land and then the capes, and just always against it. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys as always for coming on the endless summer adventure. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you click the notification bell button so that you don't miss anything from us in the future. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.